Good morning, Zio here, and it's back to Sony. Tomorrow it's going to be epic, and, wait. We just talked about Stadia. Anyway, point is, we're going to balance our Sony coverage with the other two for this week. But yeah, go ahead and grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? Now, I have no idea what it is that Sony's plan is. Like, seriously, for the PS5 and stuff, I have no idea what they're doing. To be totally honest. None whatsoever. They seem to be all over the place. According to sources, PlayStation is winding down Sony Japanese studio, which of course means we're not going to get like new Ape Escapes or anything. That sucks. Do you remember Ape Escape? Gosh, I loved Ape Escape. I think I played the first three, and then maybe they had some more and I missed out on them or something. I don't know. But yeah, I own Ape Escape. So anyway, but yeah, apparently they're winding down development at one of the oldest first party development studios in Japan. Okay, I'm not sure why. But yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, Sony is also apparently has sidelined its Japan. Sony Japan has been sidelined from the PS5 launch. Apparently, that happened. A new report claims as well, which is so weird because Sony is a Japanese company. To start sidelining your home turf anything is yeah, I mean, they're definitely looking towards the global market. That's for sure. And it's sad because there's a lot of games that come out only in Japan that I would love to get my hands on or wish had an English translation to. Or, could actually be played in something without being region locked. But I guess I'll just have to stick to the emulator formula for those sort of things. But there's a lot of good things that come out of Japan. I just wish we had gotten more of, like more Gundam games, among other stuff. But yeah, this is what's going on. It's so confusing. And of course, you've got this particular announcement here. We have and will continue to invest in blockbuster AAA IPs for the PS5 to make sure the fans are happier as ever. And, you've got that, and the PlayStation fanboys go nuts. But at the same time, you've got, I think what was it, Days Gone was sidelined. A redone of Days Gone or something got sidelined recently because they want to do get this. Do you know The Last of Us? Do you know that game that just came out, I think, in the past generation or so? That game, they want to do a remaster of that game, which doesn't require a remaster anytime in the near future. Yeah, so they've sidelined, like, I guess a Days Gone remastered or something, I don't know, or a redone of, a few different games for The Last of Us. And that's fine. The Last of Us was a fine game. I'm not going to sit here and knock it and say, I think The Last of Us 2 sucked. The Last of Us, on the other hand, was a good game. Not going to lie. It also, of course, had its few issues here and there. But, for the most part, The Last of Us was a great game. Does it require a remastering? No. It just existed. It's I don't know. It's like if you told me that I could have my choice of a remaster HD remake of Chrono Trigger versus an HD remake of Final Fantasy 15. Okay, so there's a hard cut in there because somebody came knocking at the door and I had to, deal with that. Anyway, so like I was saying, you get a choice between remaking Chrono Trigger and an HD all up, remake versus remaking Final Fantasy 15. I would choose Chrono Trigger, but I guess I don't really understand how long ago Days Gone was or not when it was last done. I don't know. But anyway, they would rather make their blockbuster hit and remake it again. It's the same thing when it comes to other things as well, right? Like Skyrim doesn't need 15 different versions of its copies. However, the whole, the whatever that one was that they did, I can't remember what it was called, was definitely an upgrade from the original version of Skyrim, just due to how many mods and stuff it could actually handle after that and all this other stuff. But anyway, but PlayStation is sending mixed signals, I guess is the best way to put it, right? So PlayStation insists it's committed to releasing experimental games along with its blockbusters after doing all this stuff to sideline anything that isn't a blockbuster for the most part and just focus purely on blockbusters. They also have decided that they are committed for experimental games alongside with blockbusters and have teamed up with Firewalk Studios, which is made of wait, who were they made of? Bungie devs? No. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm sure we talked about it at one point in time, but they're doing some original multiplayer IP that Sony is apparently all up on. Firewalk's AAA team sets its sights on creating a memorable multiplayer moments for players. And as much as I love multiplayer, having a game that's just purely on multiplayer, if it's not an MMO, I don't like those games at all. We've talked about this. See also Shadowrun in that discussion. Check can tell you all about that. I was, I'm totally wrong on that. Still better, by the way. Anyway, no, but seriously, apparently they, I think the games that we make are distinct and diverse as they can be, and we're quoting Holtz here. Holtz, is it Holtz? Gosh, what was it? Herman Holtz. Anyway, yeah, from Sackboy to Astro Boy to Dreams to these kind of games that you're referring to, like The Last of Us Part 2 and The Ghost of Tsushima. And we'll continue to quote, and you can bet that we will carry on marketing these games because they are the heart and soul of what we do here at PlayStation Studios. But at the same time, we are just as committed to making these quality experiences as we are to experimentation and coming up with fresh ideas. So what Sony's doing, I have no idea. They seem to be... Oh gosh, I got the hiccups suddenly. Bad time for the hiccups. Oh gosh. Anyway, but yeah, they seem to be, I don't know, right? Because they're over here winding down, sidelining their Japan side. They're committed to their AAAs. Naturally, anybody should be committed to their AAAs and committed to the indie side of things. But, they've taken... some of the non-so AAA stuff, sidelined any remakes, redones, or sequels. I think that's what it was, a sequel that was in the plans to Days Gone. Anyway, they've decided to take sequels and stuff to certain franchises, sideline those to remake recently released, 7 years. That's not exactly what I would call a recent release, but it was on the previous gen, right? And, when you're re-releasing previous gen stuff that still kind of stands up to the new stuff, because let's face it, it wasn't that big of a graphical overhaul from the PS5 to the PS4 or anything else like that. Of course, this I think was a PS3. Gosh, wow, I am so wrong. Anyway, point is, I don't think it really requires an HD remake or anything else like that, or a re-release or anything. Maybe, just bringing it to the PlayStation 5 store or something for people to experience it. Plus, I think, didn't it already get sort of a HD? Anyway, point is, they're sidelining the experimental stuff for the AAA things, meanwhile also saying they're going to focus purely on new exclusives, and also are committed to releasing experimental games alongside their blockbusters, so it's kind of sending mixed signals. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya!
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.